Hey guys, sorry about the video cut off. I must be a 10-minute limit or something. I'm start another one every time that this happens, so it'll probably be 4 or 5 by the time all is said and done. I was just saying about Jen's fondness for ranch with pepperoni. Strange to me, but Max, you're saying you can get behind it.
You said you would, but
I don't associate it with pepperoni or with pizza. I didn't grow up. I just like you, Jesse. I didn't grow up with that, but I did spend some time in Boston, and Boston has pretty shitty pizza. So fucked around with dipping pizza in ranch dressing, and it is delicious. Ranch dressing is great. I wouldn't do it with a great pizza. I probably wouldn't. But if Triple Bean provided it, I would think it's maybe some kind of artisanal Nancy Silverton ranch.
it is
dressing.
excellent ranch dressing. It really is. I mean, that might be my takeaway from this whole meal is how good
the ranch is at Triple Bean Pizza.
And she gave look at that
chopped salad is one of my favorite salads I've ever had in my life.
Really? Look how much there is, and it's really
Can you show the
thick.
guys too?
Here you do. It's a lot of ranch.
Oh, you're recording on your computer, Jesse, not on the Zoom.
Correct. Yeah, we got 2 separate devices going.
How's Joni?
Oh, she's great.
So you guys have already probably heard all about this. So I'll let them continue that conversation while I talk to you about
I can talk about Joni later.
Okay. So this is the pepperoni
She's good.
from Triple Beam.
Here, tilt Max back towards you so we
Yeah,
can
the pepperoni's
interact with
good.
you on this. He's had that one, I'm sure.
The pepperoni is good.
Yeah.
What else did you get?
It'll be well. Okay, I'll just tell you. I'm sorry to repeat, guys. We got from Triple Beam. We got the 2 cheese. Is it 2 cheese?
It's a cheese pizza, yeah.
Cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, gluten-free crust with the fennel and sausage, and then next door from Sage, which is a vegan place, we got the Farmer's Veggie Pizza.
Okay.
So I'm intrigued by this. Really nice speckling on the crosta. Really lovely. Not too much of a cornicione to speak of. I guess that's supposed to be it. It's kind of an edge piece. But you've got these nice little sort of Prince Street style pepperoni all the way up to the edge. They've got a nice char on the circumference. Or as the Italians would say, cifronchismo. Or is that Spanish?
I don't know what you're saying.
It's not Italian.
Okay.
This is a Roman style pie, so you shouldn't compare this to a Neapolitan or even a New York slice.
Interesting, because I was trying to decide whether I should compare it to a Neapolitan or a New York slice.
It's the Roman style rectangle. It's a thicker crust. It's a denser dough. It don't have as much air pockets. You don't have that crust with the air pockets.
That's really interesting. And I was also mentioning, you got some air in there, but not.
Yeah, you got some air. It's
not
almost
a ton.
a cross between a focaccia. I mean, a focaccia has a lot of air in it, but you don't have those big bubbles.
No big bubbles, right?
Yeah.
And I was mentioning earlier that there's not a whole lot of snap in the undercarriage.
No, it's more toothsome, but it's not. I love it. I just feel like it's very different from when you're craving a New York slice or even a Neapolitan brick oven. It's not gonna quite scratch that itch, but it does scratch a different kind of pizza itch.
Right. Okay. Right on. I mean, an itch I didn't know I had.
Yeah.
Sounds like it sounds like when you're making a video appointment with your doctor. It's that's what you fill in the comment section. Tom would have laughed at that. Cheese layer on top, also fairly thin. Actually that makes it look like a lot, but really not a ton of cheese. And not much sauce to speak of at all. If any. Is there even any tomato sauce on this?
I think there is. That looks light on the sauce, for sure. I'm a fan of that, though, because that pepperoni is so fatty and flavorful.
It's great.
You don't need a lot. Yeah.
So I like this a lot. I'm going to go ahead and give this an 8.5 out of 10 total points.
Would you say, although I do love the cheese, I feel like the pepperoni is really fantastic. The pepperoni they're using is really good.
Oh, the pepperoni's, yeah, it's excellent. Here. Good, really, small. It has that nice concavity to it. Looks a little bit like the like a wok when all is said and done.
There you go.
Yeah. And that upturned style pepperoni, we encountered it for the first time at Prince Street, New York. And by the way, have you been to Prince Street out here yet?
No, I thought it was a pop-up. Is it still
It
here?
was, but now apparently it's permanent.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I gotta check it out. I don't even know if I've been to Prince Street in New York. I've gotten mixed up at I've tried to go to all those places, or some of those places. I don't know which ones I've been to. I think I've been to Mulberry, but not Prince Street.
Sure.
They're close together, right?
Yeah, because they're all Lower East Side.
Yeah.
And if you guys have been to any interesting New York pizza places, put it in the comments. I'll try to respond to it in a follow-up video.
Where are you posting this?
Just email.
Okay. There's no comments. You just want people to reply to the email. Okay.
Yeah. It's quite good. I will agree with you there.
Have you had Casa Bono pizza?
No. Where's it? Where's Casabona?
Cosa Bono in Echo Park. It's right on the corner of like Alvarado and Sunset, like right by where Dan used to live.
That's right by Triple Beam in Echo Park.
Yeah.
It's right around the
I
corner.
guess
Right?
what Triple Beam was further.
It's like only 3 blocks east of Alvarado.
Yeah, I guess this is pretty close. It's great. I mean, it's like brick oven Neapolitan style, but they have the pepperoni pizza is like incredible.
Really?
So it's like my favorite pepperoni pizza I've ever had.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
Gotta try it.
Like somehow not too salty. I don't know how they do it.
And the pepperoni itself is not too salty?
It's all like the whole thing is not too salty. Like it's
That's
just the
great.
right. It's like I've always found the pepperoni to be too salty, and like I don't know if they're sourcing this like amazing pepperoni or something, but it looks just like that same shape. And it's like the little it like curls up in the oven, but it's just really good. It's like spicy but not too salty and amazing.
That sounds fantastic.
I've made a mistake.
Oh, what happened, darling?
The ranch. This is ranch.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
barbecue.
Buffalo. This is for the
That's for the.
cauliflower. This is vegan ranch.
I
It's really
see.
good.
All right, so the ranch we thought that was from Nancy Silverman was actually vegan ranch from Sage
It's amazing.
that goes
Now
with
I'm
our
gonna do it.
with our buffalo cauliflower.
I should go right in the trash.
The ranch expert already
amazing.
said it was
It's
bomb.
so good.
It's too late.
That can't be true.
Vegan ranch for the win. You heard it here first. Okay, so now we're moving on to the vegan pizza.
Hey, real quick question: what the fuck is in ranch? Like, what gives it that flavor?
Jen, you want to field this one?
Why would I do that?
You're a ranch aficionado.
I think like Hidden Valley like created it. It's just like a certain like spice blend and like a cream sauce, right?
Is it mayonnaise based? It must be.
I bet.
I would imagine it is.
So the vegan slice. Now this is not gluten free, right?
Ugh, that looks terrible.
Max, be a little more positive. So you got some nice fresh.
Fine. It looks like it potentially could be good.
Yeah, some nice veggie blend here. Some cashew cheese, and then the basil. Whoops, the basil is drizzled across the top, and I think very skillfully done too. It smells fantastic. It smells very fresh. You're mostly getting the pesto. Did I say basil? I meant pesto. The pesto drizzle. It's lovely. More of a flatbread than a pizza, but quite good. Very fresh. If you like pesto, that's the prevailing flavor. But it almost feels like it's like a cheesy salad with pesto on a flatbread. Mm-hmm. It's great. So actually some decent bruising on the undercarriage here, and obviously like a very.
What color is that dough?
It's
the dough looks like gray.
Yeah, it's like it looks like a whole wheat something. What would you say it is, babe? It might have like there might be like a lentil component in the dough or something. It's very earthy.
Oh,
Sorry, Max.
I said, and he said lentil component. Hey, here's a take that you might want to respond to. This was the hottest take of the night.
Let's hear it.
Which was that Adam Crow said that if a pizza has more than 2 toppings, it's not a pizza, it's a flatbread.
He's said that in previous years, hasn't he?
It sounds familiar.
I recall this being
And
a point of
sort
contention.
Caused, I would say, a bit of an uproar.
You know, and I think he might have like pulled out his phone and showed us a source, and he was like, "Look, there it is," and it's like, yeah, but
He didn't have a source. This was just him.
this is just him.
It was him in his gut believing something to be true.
It seems wildly arbitrary. Why not 3? You know, and like the idea that adding an additional topping to any food shifts it into a different class of food seems pretty dubious on face value, don't you think?
That was sort of the opinion of the rest of the group.
If I was like, here's my parfait, and it's got a little wafer in the top, and a fresh raspberry, and also I'm going to put like, you know, sprinkles, and somebody's like, well, now it's not a parfait, now it's an ice cream sundae. I'd be like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It was a parfait when I made it. I added one thing. That doesn't change its character.
I was enjoying a delicious artichoke, prosciutto, and mushroom pizza. And so I was deeply offended because it was very delicious.
Where'd yours come from, Max?
From Desano's in like Los Feliz area.
I'm gonna look it up.
They're like a Neapolitan sort of like brick oven place that I just really like the dough. I've been craving it.
Where was it? It's in Los Feliz?
It's like it's like near Normandy and Vermont.
Oh, Normandy, like way down there. Okay.
Looks good.
Yeah? Is it a new place?
Sorry, Normandy and Sunset, not Vermont. Not yeah.
Right, Normandy and Sunset. Oh, so like right around the corner from all that Vermont stuff.
Yeah, it's like near like Osteria La Buca.
Okay.
I don't know what you call that neighborhood. It's like not quite Los Feliz.
Right. It's more, is it Thai Town still at that point?
Yeah, it's like near Thai Town, I
That's
guess.
right. So this is a newish place, right? That doesn't look like an old school slice.
But
Well, that was a weird one I showed you.
the place that I got from, it's been around for a little. It's actually a chain.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
They have them in a couple different cities,
Oh,
but
cool.
it's like apparently they import all their ingredients from. They say they import all their ingredients from like Naples, and it's like traditional Neapolitan style, like high heat, like thin, really thin dough, but then like a bubbly crust, like a bubbly chewy crust. It's really good. I really like their dough.
I'll have to check it out. I was just looking at the eater list of like the 20 best pizza places in LA for 2020, you know? And it came out in like October. You know how they always say like, these ones have come on and these ones have come off.
Yeah.
And Triple Beam had come off, and I was like, we haven't even tried Triple Beam yet. This is like the cool new place, and like it's already off the cool list, and we haven't even tried it yet. Like this stuff moves too fast. And I feel like
they expanded into Echo Park, and it's like, oh, that's old now.
that's crazy, because I feel like as little as like 5 or maybe 8 years ago, you could list the number of good pizza places in LA on one hand, you know? And now it seems like there's an abundance, or as the Italians would say, an
like,
abbondanza.
They're all gourmet or like Neapolitan. There's not a lot of like, there's not a lot of New York pizza.
This comes kind of close.
There's a place in Hollywood now, La Antica Pizzeria da Michelle, which I haven't been to, but da Michelle is like one of the 2 or 3 places that are in Naples, like the best pizza in Italy, like
Really?
the best Neapolitan style. Like, you know, I don't know how real that is, but it's like when you look at these lists, and it's been around since like 1850 or whatever, and it's like the place you go to in Naples to just get like a margarita pizza.
Okay.
Now there's one in Hollywood where you can get like a margarita pizza for like $28. But that probably costs, that's like, what's $6 of ingredients?
Right. Sure. Interesting.
That would also be like, 10 euros. And that would be at a hole in the wall place in Italy, like 8 euros. But that at the famous Donatello place, probably still like 12 euros. But it's in like near Hollywood and Highland, which is like a weird place.
It is a weird place for it. Maybe they like bought sight unseen. They were like, hey, this looks very nice. Lots of tourists, so that's how we put it. It's like, I don't know.
Maybe.
So now I'm into this little end slice. Here, I'll show you one that I haven't bit into that comes off like the end of the triple beam rectangular. You notice with the triple beam we got 2 half-size pizzas, but the full-size pizza we got was the pepperoni. And the ends kind of curve around, so you get slices that look like that. And here we finally got some real big cornicione. Look at this. Even some nice bubbling. So Max, in a way, like, if you're sort of a gourmet pizza, one who appreciates this new wave of gourmet pizza, but you also have this like old school pining for something a bit more down and dirty, it seems like Triple Beam sort of splits the difference.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And it's the experience of going there is great because when you eat there, which like you can't do anymore, obviously, but like their whole thing is you get exactly what you want. So like you're just like, I want this amount of this pizza, and I just want to try that one. So I'm just gonna get like an inch of it, and they cut it with these big scissors.
Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's interesting.
So you can basically try everything, and you also like don't need to like, if you're with somebody, you don't need to be like, well, let's like do halvesies on this slice, or you just like get whatever you want, and they put it on your plate. It's awesome. They also have amazing focaccia.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me because, like you said, the dough is sort of focaccia-like. It has that texture.
The focaccia is incredible. They do one with green olives, and they have these big chunks of green olives in it, and it's wonderful. Really good. They just have a really good potato. I forget what else is on it. It's like potato and some herbs. I don't know, but it's really good. And they have one with like... they have a spicy one that has honey on it.
Huh.
It's really good. I forget what else is on it, but it's like sweet and spicy. Really good.
This sounds like a place that we should visit, like you and I, when things open up again.
Yeah, for sure.
And we could set up like a video thing where we could like live stream to the rest of the group back east. And because then I wouldn't have to like deal with video files after the fact, because this is going to be a little annoying to upload these. So that seems like an easier way to do it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Well, this has been really positive overall. There wasn't a pizza here today I didn't like. Jen, any losers on the table for you?
No, I love them all.
Really, honestly, right? I mean, like, they're all quite good. Really hit the spot. It's going to be hard to pick a winner. What do you think carried the day, Jen?
You have to.
I think the cheese or the pepperoni.
So Jen went for full gluten and full cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the vegan and the gluten-free both
Are very good.
both really shown in their own way, but they are different. I think they're not like and I think it's to their credit. They're not trying to replicate a gluten and or dairy-based pizza experience.